So here is a situation where there is a positive association between cigarette sales and the bladder cancer death rates. I'm seeing so a positive association. I'm seeing the equation of the least squares regression equation. The trend lines also got a positive slope, and that always happens if you have a positive association. You're going to have a positive slope on your on your regression equation, your LSRE. So as a positive slope. So then if I go take a look at what they've gave me, well, I calculated this, but my R squared value is that. So how do I get the correlation if I know R squared? Well, I make the correlation in decimal, move the decimal point over 2 places, divide it by 100, and then take the square root. And then I got to ask myself, should it be the positive square root or the negative square root? Because when I take the square root, uh, let's see, can I write just a minute here? If I have the equation, let's abstract this a little bit. If I have x squared equals 9, there's two numbers that when I square them will give me 9, positive 9 and negative 9. So when I take a square root, I have to be concerned about both solutions. Sometimes one solution doesn't make any sense, so we can discard it. And in this case, if we take the square root of 0.945, these two numbers we can take the square, have it. It'll be the positive and the negative because this is a positive association, a positive slope. We know we're going to use the positive value. Okay, so what happens when there's a negative association? So here's a situation where it's about the percent of the workforce in a country that work in agriculture and then the per capita income of people in that country. And we're seeing negative association as, and notice a negative slope on the regression equation, right? So that tells me the correlation is going to be negative because I've got a negative association and a negative slope on my regression equation. So if I take a look at those values, there's the R squared value, and then we'll make that a decimal, take the square root, and then we need to realize that we need to use the negatives, the answer, the negative square root, and notice correlation is negative. So hopefully that helps you make sense of this question so that when it comes time for the final exam, you can do this kind of problem.